All right, everyone. Welcome to the VA Success Panel. As part of the V's, we've got three very special women joining us today for this 45-minute session, which is a conversation around the future of the VA industry. All of these women have built beautiful success inside of their business and their lives, and they're true leaders in what they do. And so I wanted to invite them on to have a conversation. This will be interactive. I also, on our last session, encouraged you to bring your questions, bring anything that you need coaching and support on, because you literally get direct access to leaders in this space who are doing big things and really embody true VA leadership. But before we dive into the panel, one of the things when we were tallying the winners, we saw that there was one person who they were so they were nominated so much that they didn't just fit into one category. They literally covered all of the categories. And so what we decided to do was create an entirely new award. And the winner of this award is going to have their hair and makeup done with me on the day of the awards ceremony at VA Fest Live. And they already have a GA ticket, but we're going to upgrade them to VIP to experience the full event. And yes, and when you guys hear who this is, I have the goosebumps right now. You'll be like, of course, of course. And you might already even guess. So without further ado, let me get my screen shared here and cue the dramatic music. Okay, hold on. Give me a second here. We're going for full dramatics, full award ceremony. Okay, is it going? That works too, though. Okay. You guys ready? Put your guesses in the chat. Oh yeah, I have to read feedback too. Hold on. Okay, let me read the feedback. This is about our winner of the MVP award that we created because this person could not fit into just one award. They were nominated across the field and received the most nominations out of anyone. This is the feedback on her. She has worked so hard to gain clients and traction in her business. She's seeing the fruits of her labor, signing clients, running full steam ahead. She's an inspiration to keep going, keep pushing, keep showing up. She's always encouraging people and responding to questions. She's everyone's biggest cheerleader and is always willing to help at any time. She is truly the best. She is making moves. She embodies what it means to lead with purpose, persistence, and heart. From the start, she's been boldly pursuing new opportunities, landing clients, refining her path, and making confident decisions about where she wants her business to go. Her vision for building an agency next year shows her determination, but what stands out most is how she uplifts others along the way, always checking in, offering encouragement, and helping fellow VAs find their own success. I think you guys already know who the winner is. Congratulations, Victoria! Woohoo! This is so deserving. It was unanimous. Victoria, I would love to pull you up. And you guys, Victoria's also speaking on the panel. How fun is that? Come on up, Victoria.
Hello. Let me stop crying here real quick. Um, wow. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. I do appreciate it. Like I can't even say anything. Like, yeah.
We love you.
And yeah, if it wasn't honestly for Bree and everybody, I honestly don't know if I would like be at this point. and all the motivation. So that's part of the reason why I give everybody else motivation, and why I keep going.
Oh,
And like Cora said, the fact that we get to do working from anywhere.
yes. I love it. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, you are one of the brightest lights in the community. I think we can all agree. Any question, comment, like you are right there, always supporting everyone, cheering everyone on. You show up for the things, and of course, and now we get to hear all about your story shortly in the panel too. But of course, this award was for you. Of course, you're in a league of your own. We had to create an entirely new award. I love it. And we get to hang out on awards show day at VA Fest live and get our hair and makeup done together.
That's going to be awesome. Like, that's going to be the highlight of it.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait. Well, we are all so proud and just touched and honored and just so lucky to have you alongside of us, Victoria.
Thank you. I'm proud to be here with all of y'all too.
We love you. Amazing. So fun. Okay. Oh my goodness. I love this. Okay, let's kick off the VA success panel. So I'm going to give you bios of all of our speakers. So we have Anisha Jennings joining us, and she won the Trailblazer Award. She helps wellness and faith-driven CEOs bring their vision to life through strategic web design and development. And she is the powerful voice for immigrant women entrepreneurs through her podcast, Your American Dream. Anisha, welcome to the panel. And then we have Kate with us today. Kate is a Pinterest strategist who helps coaches and influencers turn content into automated traffic machines. She's all about creative strategy, authentic partnerships, and next level visibility. Kate, come on up. And then we have Victoria joining us too. And Victoria is the founder of Victoria's Executive Business Solutions, and she provides strategic operations support to business owners. And I'm so excited to have her on the panel too, because she's truly, like, when you guys hear her talk about like going first, moving first, being first before you see the proof and the evidence, and staying convicted and true to your daily success activities and actions. Then of course, like, she now has many clients and celebrating the success. She had a 9 to 5, now she's home and running her VA business. And oh, all of our panelists today are just top notch. I'm so excited for you to learn from them. So come on up, Kate, Anisha, and Victoria. And I would love to dive into just having you guys each introduce yourselves and how you found the VA industry. And, one of the things too, we've talked a lot today about, finding your lane and your pathway. So I'd love to hear each of you speak also on how you really identified what it is that you do within the VA industry. Whoever wants to go first.
Who's going first?
Oh, Anisha, go ahead.
Go ahead, Kate. I'll let you go.
Okay, thank you. I couldn't see your screen when I was unmuting myself. Sorry. So I'm Kate, and this is my son Bennett. He's here with me because he got dropped off from his grandpa's at 2 o'clock Eastern. So anyway, it's okay. But this is like such a good segue into why I do this. And this morning, you saw me in my PJs. Like, how amazing is it that we can work whenever we want, however we want? Like, that's really the whole reason I got into this. And my husband, he works away from home. So during the week, he's gone. And I used to work in corporate for like 10 plus years. I did all the things and, the grind, making millions for somebody else. And it was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I opened my own boutique and was like curating designs for people's homes. And I love doing that. But then we got married and got pregnant. And I just realized, like, I want to be with my son all the time. Hey, stop that. I want to be with my son all the time and like be able to afford a lifestyle that would be like someone working in, making multi-million dollars in corporate and not have to do that. So I don't even remember. I was just Googling, like, what can I do from home? How can I make money from home? And I had done all the like MLM stuff and it wasn't for me. And I just was like, what do I have that can, be used in this business? And I found a few other like businesses that offered VA courses. And none of them were like hitting it. None of them were like resonating. I just didn't feel anything. And then I came across Brie and I was like, okay, like I feel like this is it. I feel like she's it, you know? And you see the price tag to join, and it's like when you're trying to find something to make money, you're not trying to spend money, but you're like, you have to invest. Like you know this. You have to invest in yourself. So yeah, I found this crazy lady in her green sequins and I was like, oh, well, she's me. Like, so I have to do this. And it's the hard sell to your husband. Like, I'm sure some of you have had that. And I just did it. Like, I was like, I'm just gonna do this. It doesn't matter. And are you guys laughing at this balloon? Like, I can't. Anyway, so I did it and I just like I loved it. And I'm going, and I found Pinterest because I signed an agency client with Bree's agency, and she had me doing general VA stuff. And then she's like, "Oh, I need you to manage my Pinterest." And to tell you the truth, like I've got 4 or 5 clients right now, and she's still my favorite. So I mean, Bree does hire the best, but Pinterest, I just found something I enjoyed. And I looked into the market and it wasn't tapped. And I was like, I have to do this. This is so fun. I can use my creative side and still do it. So, I mean, that's kind of how I got to where I am. And I mean, it's just been going. The last few weeks have just been crazy, and you just have to jump in and do it. And that's all I can say.
So good. Just like you're jumping in and doing it with your son on your lap. I love this.
I'm
Also, you
sorry.
guys,
Oh my gosh.
I love it. This is why we're here. We get to do it all.
Yeah.
Also, you guys, we have to celebrate Kate because she just signed 2 massive clients. Was it just last week?
Yes, last
Oh, like
week. Yes.
massive clients.
Yeah.
Huge, huge, huge businesses, huge influencers
Thank you.
managing their Pinterest.
Yes. And like, so when they say it's like the waterfall just turns on, it's like if you stick to it and you put your nose to the grindstone, like okay, and I am like a real realist. You saw me this morning, but in my life, I'm a realist, and I have never gotten on with the woo-woo stuff. And Bree just posted about this today. Well, like I never subscribed to it. And I was like, this is just a bunch of BS. Like these people just say all this stuff and like, oh, believe whatever, like put your mind to, I'm just like, whatever. Like, what's the strategy? It's so real. Like it's so real. You have to do it. Like you have to bring the identity. You have to find yourself. And it's so true. And you cannot skip that step. So if any of you are skipping that step and not seeing results, like please do it. Yeah. Please don't skip it. So
So good. Yes, yes. I'm sure we'll talk about that on the panel today. Oh, so happy you're here, Kate. Okay, Anisha, do you want to go next?
Yes, sure. Um, all of these ladies have covered everything amazing, but I'll share my story of how I got into Bree's world, which is very different because I didn't go through any of her sales or funnels, or I didn't see anything about her on Instagram. It was through one of my friend who had already gone through her program, and she had just referred me to Bree. And it was at a point where I was wanting more for just for myself because I was so bored at work. So my background is tech. I was teaching in India in an engineering college. Then I was saturated. So I moved to the US. That's a whole nother story. But then I came to the US and I started my second master's, and then I've been in the tech space. Then I got this job, and I've always sort of juggled multiple things. Like when I was working, I was teaching. When I was teaching, I was learning, and so on and so forth. But when I got my job at New Jersey, it was just the job. There was nothing else. There was no coming back to homework. There was no coming back to assignments. So there was nothing more going on. So I kept trying to learn and grow and figure out what is next, what is next, what is next. So there was this point where I'm like, I think I need more income, and I also need something that I'm like, I don't want to move from my current job because it's amazing. Like I love my job, and I have a lot of perks at my job, so I don't want to move, but I want something more, right? So then I found Breeze World. I didn't find it. My friend introduced me to her. I looked up her landing page at that time. It was just the mom to VA landing page. I went through it like I don't know, at least 50 times, like reading every word, every sentence. Like Kate said, this is the investment, right? Like when you're trying to make money, you you're like, I don't want to spend so much at this time. I don't even have that money to spend. But then I just sat with it. I prayed about it. I'm very strong in my faith, so I like prayed about it and I'm like, is this the next step? What is God calling me to do? And then I definitely, like Kate said again, spoke to my husband. He was like, yeah, sure, if this is what you want to do, go ahead. So she sent me the link on Friday. By Sunday night, I had signed up. And Monday, I was in the program. I took that entire week, just dove in, created my portfolio, got a name, went and registered the business, got a business account, created a bank account sorry, like a business account for the business transactions, and I was all set. And then by week 2, before I even got to my first a coaching call, I had like a couple discovery calls. So it was wild. I like applied, I started following all the steps, and then here I am, I'm having the discovery call. I'm like, I don't know what to do next. Who do I ask? And I was like reaching out to Mel, Naomi, and I'm like, what do I do next? What do I do next? And Naomi was, I think she was on a vacation at that time, and it was so fast and fun. And I just started with offering tech services because very quickly I was like, tech is my background. I'm an engineer. So I got to figure out what kind of services I want to offer. And then when I started off, I actually, looking back at it, now that what I've launched my agency to do is what I started offering at the beginning. And then I scaled down because I was like, I don't have a team to do all of this. I don't think I can support all of this. And then I started getting a lot of website clients. So then I was like, okay, I love doing websites. Then I started learning more strategy. And then I started getting like a lot of website clients. And then I said, okay, I'm just going to offer this. After that, Bree's like, oh, well, you should start sharing your story. And funny story, guys, I'm not a social media person. I cannot come on camera and record a video or do things like, just snap a photo and put it on Instagram. And here I am today winning the award for a podcast. Like, look at the irony of it. It's like just to show that you just got to go. You got to keep going, put yourself out there, and people are going to judge no matter what. But it's like, what do you want and what do you want from your life, and what value do you bring? Like many people have said today, you are uniquely you for a reason, and that's what you bring to the table. You got to learn your value and all that stuff. So that's how my journey started, and here we are. Sorry for the long rant.
I love it. I still remember seeing your enrollment come in and, because usually like I'm like, oh yeah, that name, and I was like, Anisha, who's that? And then what a joy, right? That was a couple of years ago and here we are. I love it. Amazing. All right, Victoria, come on up. Let's hear your story and how you found the industry and where you're at now, all of that good stuff.
Yeah, so it all started really in 2019. My mom passed. That's when I was like, that however many years ago that was, I was like 30s. I was like, that's too young for me to lose my mom. Like, I was like, my thinking was, I don't want my kids to be in that boat. I want to spend time with them. I want to do what I can. Shortly after that, COVID hit, and then, everything shut down and we went virtually. And so working from home virtually, I was able to be home with my kids, spend that time with them, but still work. But at the same time, I wasn't happy. I was like, this isn't what I want to do. Yes, I'm home with my kids. Yes, I'm spending the time, but I'm still punching the clock, doing, that kind of stuff. So when I got laid off last year from that job, I told my husband, I was like, nope, this is my time. I got another course where I wasn't happy with it because they didn't give like the encouragement, the motivation. They didn't answer questions. They referred you every time you went into the group and asked a question. Oh, it's in module X. Go look at it. And I didn't like that. Then I saw Bree, and I had really been seeing Bree for a while, but I told my husband, I was like, I want to make a go at this. this is the course I have to do. And so me and him talked. We're like, well, we know, I was getting unemployment and all, but we found a way to make the money, like, so that I could do the course. Ended up getting a corporate job. So I did being a mom, homeschooling my daughter, doing a corporate job, as well as working my VA business. So like, if I could have had extra hands, I would have loved it. But I finally realized, I got one client, and I didn't give up because I knew what my overall goal was. Got one client, and I was about to sign 2 more, and I told my husband, I was like, I can't do this job anymore. I can't do it. It was mentally exhausting. The company I worked for, it's a great company, but having to be on calls and take the type of calls that I was taking, I quickly found out that that's not my calling. I cannot do it. So yeah, when I quit this year in either June or July, I just went head first. Like, I'm like, this is it. I'm not turning back. I have always been a firm believer that God puts a path in your way, and he knows what the path is. He's going to do whatever he's got to get you on that path. And that's what I feel like. Me leaving that job and getting the 2 clients signed literally like within weeks of it, that was my path. And then I've been sitting with it for a while, finally realized, nope, I need to do an agency because I want to help as many people as I possibly can. And I talked with Naomi one day on a call that she had, and I was talking about my portfolio and how I want to include faith-based. And she's like, just go for it. Best decision I ever made. Because now I say that I am a faith-based VA. And I have gotten so many people that, I'm always going to remember you now, because that's what makes you stand out from everybody else. I've got my 4th client that I'm supposed to start helping with. Technically, I guess you could say it's 5 clients. With the agency, there's 2 different companies that I'll be working with. So I guess in a way it's 5 clients. And I will more than likely be getting rid of one of my clients because we are just not aligning. And that was the hardest for me to finally realize. If I'm getting text, if I'm getting emails from this client and I'm just like, that's not my client. So yeah, that's my story. And I have not looked back since.
Oh my goodness. Yes. And like what I would say too is what stands out to me so much, seeing all of you guys crush it in Vala, the ones who win, they detach from the timeline and they just keep moving. They do what they can every single day, moving the needle forward. And, Victoria shared she had a full-time job and she was homeschooling and she was building her business. And man, you, Victoria, are one of the most consistent people that I know ever. And like, of course, now you have 5 clients. Oh, so good. All of you guys on the panel. So, so good. Okay. So I would love to hear from you guys a quick reflection. I want to talk about the future of the VA industry. Knowing what you know now with the business that you've built up to this point, where do you see, so two-sided, where do you see your business going? And then where do you see the VA industry, especially in the midst of AI and the economy, all that stuff, right? So is it massive opportunity? Is it something else? What comes to mind for you guys?
So I'll take that question first because AI, right?
Yeah.
Technology. I see a lot of massive growth when it comes to AI and technology because with business owners, even here, we're here now because we want that time. We want that space to be with our family. We want to do the things we're doing, taking calls from cars or not while driving, but but just, we want that time and space. And automations, operations, AI will help free that space that you're going to do like day-to-day work. I also do not believe that AI would replace you, because it doesn't have a brain and it has been built by a human. So you can't replace God's creation, right? Like the brain is what drives the AI, and that brain, even if you can mimic the brain and have it do it, it is going to crash at some point with the number of operations you feed into it, the programs you feed into it. Even if a little bit, even if you lose like a semicolon or a comma, that is going to crash that bot or that AI. That's not the case with us. Obviously, we get sick. That is our way of crashing. But it's also, like I learned from Bree recently, ascension sickness, right? So I feel like it is huge opportunity to help us optimize our time. And also, if we are able to utilize the tools and learn and grow, we can provide those services for others. So I feel like operations, automations, creating that space and time for people to be in their zone of genius, that is massive opportunity. And that's my thoughts on it.
I love it. I love it. And does that influence or impact anything that you are doing currently to, like, as far as the direction of your company or offers or things like that?
It helps me, like it helps me build a plan for what I want to do and how I want to move with my company, especially since I am in the tech space and I am building websites. I come across a lot of people who are already in the AI and they want to partner with me because they want to put their bots or the AI, not bots like bots, but the AI agents is like the new thing now, right? Any website will take an AI agent. So you're trying to replace yourself in a way that helps you elevate to the next level. So when you have people coming to you with that, it is an opportunity because it's a collaboration. At the same time, there's only so much that, like, people will tell you, you can build a website with AI, but there's only so much it will do. At the end of the day, you do need a human to strategize with you, to understand your mission, vision. Like I've had clients, I've started to call myself a tech hurt healer because I've had so many clients come to me with websites that they paid a lot of money for and is non-functional. And now they're like, we just need a person to listen to what we want. And I'm just handed websites, which I can't do anything with it. So at the end of the day, you do need a human to understand your vision, mission, and put that into plan. So AI would help complement it, help you um, get your tasks done faster, give you a starting point. But it's more like a tool to use and not replace, if that makes sense.
Love that. Yeah. And I think it like also something that comes through is you can't put technology on like replicating human connection and even community. Like AI couldn't do this, us all being together today. Yes, exactly, Cora. Yeah, Victoria, Kate, do you guys have any thoughts on that?
I feel honestly like kind of like what Anisha said, AI is not going to replace us. I use it for just about everything in my business, to create, emails, to I even use it to create my plan to open up my agency by the end of next year. Like I have a detailed, step-by-step plan, what to do daily, weekly, all that stuff. So if anything, it helps. That's just what I think.
Yeah, that's amazing. And it helps you, it sounds like too, of the direction of your company, like helps you move faster and get clarity on where you want to go and the moves to get there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Because
love
if
that.
for AI, I would have been completely lost and not know what to do.
Yeah.
Now AI to help me.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. I'll also add to you guys, we have about 15 minutes left in this session, so definitely drop questions in if you have questions for the panelists, how they did something, their mindset, thoughts around anything. And let's jump to the next question. And we can pull Kate up. Okay, Kate, are there any success codes that you've discovered?
You know what? I was kind of thinking about this question before this, and at first I was like, no, there aren't, but actually, yes, there are. And I didn't learn them until recently. Okay, we're gonna work through this here. I didn't learn them until recently, but it's blocking the calendar. Blocking the calendar for your private time. So like I was really trying to grind it all out. And I feel like it's normal when you're building, like to be super engaged and obsessed and all the things, but to be able to block 2 hours, come here, to be able to block 2 hours in the evening and not have your phone out, and this was something you told me to do, has really been a success code for me just to like clear out all of the noise, because we want to help our clients. Like we always want to be on for the client, and that's kind of how I am. And like I let my clients message me on all kinds of different platforms, and it's hard to like really shut it off unless you just put your phone away. And I know that sounds like not really a strategy, but it is such a strategy, and it's so important, because then you can like shut it off, and when you get back to it, you're ready to roll. So I would say for me, that's like the biggest thing I've learned lately, and one of the more important things that's helped me out.
I love that. Yes. Because I think it's like if you're not intentional, it's too easy to be like, oh, let me just check this email notification or whatever. So yeah, I
And I
love
feel
that.
like my list just like sits there in front of me. And if I don't shut off and like completely
Mhm.
unplug, I like get so much less done, because it's like I'm staring at everything I need to do and really not making any progress, and it's not productive. And when you take time to reset, even if for just an hour, like it's super productive.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, Anisha, Victoria, rapid fire success codes. What would you say are yours?
So I would definitely agree with Kate because time blocking is so important. And as you keep growing in your business, it is like, how do you handle all of it? And in fact, that was my question. That was what we were chatting about this morning, Brie. Like, how do you turn it off? Like, you want to be present with your family, but at the same time, you're doing like all these gazillion things. And if you're moving fast, you have so much on your mind and you want to like, text, or you have an idea you want to put it into action, or you have a team, it's really hard to switch off. And so time blocking is so important. And for me, I would say the success code for my business so far has been hiring very early on. Even when I could not afford a team, I did bring on team, because I was like, if I hired them for their zone of genius, I can be in my zone of genius. And I probably started hiring 3 or 4 months into my business, and I did not even have the funds for it, but I was like, I'm gonna make the funds for it because I can't be doing this task if I want to grow. Now I have like a wonderful team, and they like, Laura is here, Velvin is here. They're amazing. And they just do like, Laura is I'm completely hands off. She takes complete care of my podcast. All I'm doing is recording, and she has done such a great job. Velvin, same way. I just voice her with instructions, and that's it. So, like, very early on, bringing on team helped me grow faster. And like, even with the podcast, when I was trying to find someone to hand over, it's like, it's my voice. I have to make sure that I'm the one editing it. So I would spend like Saturday afternoons, nap time of my son, to edit this 1 hour or 40 minutes. And I'm like, I'm listening to this all over again. I'm editing it. No, I could do better with my time. And when I was thinking that, Laura just had posted on Instagram, which is, hey, what would 5 hours of VA tasks do for your business? And I actually took her up on that, and we're like best friends now. What we Hazel, Laura, and me, we met through Mom to VA Wala, and then we became like really close. So I was like, why can't I just use her services? She's amazing. I know how she works. And that changed. So I would definitely encourage people to keep posting, talk about your services. People are noticing. Maybe they don't comment on it, but people will know that, like, for example, if Pinterest comes to mind, all I would think about is Kate. Like, that's it. If I'm thinking about onboarding, Christy, operations, Jennifer, like, we have these people, AI twin, Hazel, podcasting, Laura, like, it's just, you make that mark. So just keep posting.
That was fire. Victoria, what are your success codes?
Honestly, like what they said, time blocking. I literally time block everything, and I do 30-minute increments. I do my daughter's school. I do anytime I have meetings with her school. Like all of that is blocked in there. I block time for personal development for me. I make sure to block an hour for lunch. because that's yeah, that's like an what you call it, something that I have to do. And then I make sure that I'm done by 5 o'clock every day. I do not have the emails that I have for my clients that I use. I don't have those on my phone. I don't have the Slack communication. I don't have any of that on my phone. So when I am done, I am done. That's it. Like I separate it from work and my time.
I love that. My phone, like something happened with the sound, and so I had to reset it, and all my notifications went off like 2 months ago, and I haven't turned them on, and it's been the most freeing thing. So if you guys still have notifications on, like make your phone break. Actually, not really, but do something to like force like just turning all the notifications off. It is freedom. I love that you guys said that. Okay, last question for all of the panelists. What is something you do differently now in your VA business than how you did it at the beginning?
I can go. For sure for me, I have hired someone, and like at the beginning, I was trying to just do it all. And that is literally the quickest way to burn out. So this kind of goes off of what we just talked about, but like you need to work smarter, not harder. So this is like a typical mentality from anyone who's ever worked anywhere, basically. The harder you work, the better you're doing. The harder you work, the more money you'll get. And it's just so not true. Like I would say anyone who's like just starting or been doing it for a little bit and you're like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to manage all of this. I don't know how I'm going to scale. I don't know how I'm going to grow with just me. Like, don't make it just be you. And Anisha mentioned this too, like with her podcast, she could have literally wasted her hours by listening to herself talk through her headphones. And it's like, no, you don't need to do that. And like, I know I'm a control freak and I'm super type A. And I think a lot of people in this, community are. And that's like a really hard thing to get over because you're giving your business, you're giving your clients, you're giving part of yourself, the trust in someone else. But I think that the sooner you get over that and like just know that anyone in this community is going to do a great job and you have the power to vet whoever you want. And the internship thing is like an amazing opportunity. So like utilize it if you can, but I would say to delegate sooner than later. That would be my advice for anyone that like what you didn't do at the beginning and you're doing now that's my number one.
That is so good. Okay, before we go to the next panelist, what I want you guys to do, if you guys are up for partnering up with another VA to do like 5 hours a month, 10 hours a month, basically, if you have space on your client roster and you're like, yeah, I'll help you out, VA Queen in here, drop VA in the chat. And then anyone who has heard all of our speakers talk today, yes, okay, perfect. A lot of speakers have mentioned this, creating capacity, scaling, leverage, team. I want you guys, like, please go send someone who just typed VA in the chat a message and be like, let's talk. Like, if the number one move you make after today is to give yourself some freedom back. I remember when I had my first 5K month and my mentor was like, okay, now it's time to hire someone. And it was like, I've been working so hard to like finally earn money. I was like, but I just started. Like, I want to keep it. And she's like, no, you are a CEO. Your goals are much bigger than 5K months. Go hire someone. And it was 30 minutes a day, $300 a month, life changing. So yeah, I love this. Okay, guys, great. Please go reach out to someone who dropped VA in the chat. Okay, Victoria, let's hear your thoughts.
I feel like in the beginning, I stretched myself a little like thin just because I had so much stuff on my plate. And I wasn't taking that time for myself. I wasn't taking the me time, the breaks, the family time. But now like that's an undeliverable for me. I have to have that me time. I make sure I get that me time and that family time. That is one thing I would, if you're not doing it, you need to do it. Because I almost seriously had burnout from doing a full-time job, kids, and my own business.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, and even like I think Kate said and Anisha said, even if it's like 2 hours a day, like in my family, 5 to 7 p.m., non-negotiable. Phones are out of the room and we're all together as a family. I love that. Yeah. Anisha, what are your thoughts?
I think what I'm doing different now compared to when I started is working on the mindset and the identity, because it's like you can have strategy, you have all the skills. It's like somebody was asking me, like, I've been home with my children for 10 years now. She has 3 kids and she's like, I don't even know where to start. I do want to get a job. And she's like, but I don't have any skills. And I'm like, you're a mom. You have all the skills. You don't need anything additional. Obviously, the add-ons, but you are a mom. You can start. And that's like you can do anything that, like Tom said, right? You don't have to know it, learn it. As long as you know you can learn, you can grow. So for me, like the strategy was fine. I was like, okay, I'm doing all the things, but something is not changing. Things are not changing. Things are not moving. What is going on? And then I was like, yeah, definitely mentorship. It's like it's been number one for me from day one. And I was like, I don't want to walk this, like, you don't want to reinvent the wheel, right? Somebody has walked this path before you. Take their advice or work with them, collapse time. And that's what I did from day one. Like, I've always been with Bree, what's next? Bree, what's next? How can we work together? What can I do? What can I do? And it's always been like asking, reaching, and then working on mindset and identity and trying to figure out who you really are, because the money will come. And sometimes it's hard because you're like looking at all the other people and you're like, oh, they are making the money, this person is making the money, I'm struggling, I'm not there yet, I'm not at 5K, I'm not at 10K, I'm not at 20K. But it doesn't matter what K you're at, you will always have this uh question that will come to your mind. Oh, I'm not doing as better than that person. Oh, I could do better. You can do better, but just compared to your original self, like, what you can do rather than looking outside, because that will cause you to spiral and not take action and da da da. So I think that's what I'm doing different now.
Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's do our giveaways. Our panelists have created amazing giveaways. And so I'm just going to call you guys up and you can share about your giveaway and then I'll do the drawing and we'll make sure that we pass out all of our giveaways and then we'll just go straight into our closing ceremony. I also have a grand prize giveaway and a special announcement. And then we will wrap up our day in about 15 minutes. I can't believe we've been together all day. It went so fast, so fast. Okay, so Anisha, do you want to share what is going on for your giveaway?
Sure. So I am giving away 45 minutes of business strategy with me. You get a 45-minute call with me. We're gonna brainstorm about where you're at your business, what is your current goals, your future goals, your vision, just everything business related and you related, because they both are related. So wherever you're at now to where you want to be next, anything that I can help with, elevate your collapse the time for you, I'm happy to do that. And that's what we will do in the 45 minutes. And you will have next steps for like the next 30 to 60 days on what to do next, what action plan. And yeah, that would be what is the
It's
giveaway.
so good. Oh my gosh. 45 minutes with Anisha's eyes and brain on your business. Yes, please. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes and we'll do our. Oh, hold on. I landed on white space. Okay, Lisa Y. Congratulations, Lisa Y. Yay! Lisa, if you can send me your email address, and I will write that down so we can connect you with Anisha after today. Yay, Lisa. Okay. All right, Victoria, do you want to come on up and share about your amazing giveaway?
Yes. So I actually have, it's kind of one or the other kind of thing. I could either, VA wise, I could either spend 5 hours helping you like cover stuff in your business, what you could possibly add or change. And that's 5 hours like in a month, whatever. Or if you need like assistance, I could also, do like an internship. Um, Either I do it with you, you do it with me, whatever, 5 to 10 hours.
That's so cool. So you can basically then their choice of if they want a project done, or you can teach them for a couple hours on how to do things. Wow, like VA training. Yes. Or whoever wins this too, you guys should seriously pick Victoria's brain and get strategy on the time management. She is a freaking ninja. And even also mindset on just like getting the things done every day. Like, holy cow, gold. Okay. All right. I'm going to close my eyes, do the scroll, and we have Heidi. Congratulations, Heidi. Heidi, if you don't mind sending me your email address, you can just private message it in Zoom and I'll write it down so I can connect you with Victoria after. Amazing. All right. And our last giveaway, Kate, come on up. Tell us all about what you've got planned.
Okay, this is so exciting. So I'm gonna do a 30-minute Pinterest strategy audit call. If you don't have a Pinterest, you need one. So like this is perfect. And if you do, we're gonna audit your current profile and we'll go to your socials and I'll check out all the stuff you have that we could use for content and any opportunities for you to do that. And then it'll just be a good one-on-one strategy session. And then after the call, you'll get a full-on report with all the strategy that you need to implement and how to implement it. So it's like awesome. It's $197. That's what I charge. So it's free for you, whoever wins. Hi,
Oh my
buddy.
gosh.
And my
Is
son
so
won't be
good.
on the call. Don't worry.
Hey, if he is great, right? Like that's all good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is such a good one. Because I
Yeah,
feel like, and this is we don't really use Pinterest, but I'm like, what a massive opportunity. So
it is.
a
You
great.
guys, you're sleeping. But yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully someone wins that really wants it because it's really good. It's money
So
maker.
good. Yes. And Kate has a workshop next Monday. And it's in Vala and we'll put it in the Facebook group too. So definitely come to that as well. All things Pinterest. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna close my eyes. And our winner is Cora. Yay,
Oh, cool. Your
Cora!
blog, Cora.
That's
Yay.
awesome. Congratulations. Perfect. Well, I know where to find you, Cora, so I'll connect you. Well, you can also reach out to Kate, but I'll make sure that we
Yeah.
get you guys connected too.
Yeah.
Perfect. So fun. Okay. Oh my gosh. We did it.